Let's get a quick take on a new law addressing mental health and the criminal justice system. Signed by Governor Hickenlooper on Thursday, this legislation would make it illegal to incarcerate someone brought in on mental health holds. The new law also provides $9.5 million of funding for mental health workers to assist law enforcement officers when dealing with the public. Patty Calhoun from Westward, this feels like a law that probably should have been on the books already. I'm glad it passed, and we see a signature from the governor, but I was astonished to see that this wasn't already considered law. What was your reaction to the big signing this week?
About time is the reaction. Since the mental health budget has been cut and cut and cut, and the people who need mental health services have been mainstreamed, they're winding up using the jails as a babysitting spot, which is not a good idea. These people need help. When you hear the news like from New York yesterday, where we don't need to worry about terrorists so much as we need to worry about our own homegrown mentally ill people who really, really need help, and they need to get it sooner.
Michael Fields from Americans for Prosperity joins us. Michael, were you surprised it took this long to see the law get on the books?
A little bit, but I also think there's been a resources problem with this, and this money will address that somewhat, but I don't think really fixes the whole problem. I think it's too early to do a victory lap on this issue in general, because hospitals still have to deal with this, ER rooms still have to deal with it, and so I think more resources have to go to prevention, have to go to how to deal with this in general, because there aren't a lot of good options, especially in rural areas.
Ed Seelever from the Denver Business Journal, did this happen because of pot money? There was finally some money there to do something with?
It did, but I mean, it was a tough situation. This is one of those no-duh laws that you think about, like, we don't want to lock up the mentally ill. But at the same point, I mean, the real hold on this has been rural sheriff's offices who are saying, I've got to take them to the nearest mental health center, which could be 2-3 hours away from where I live, and expend, my limited resources to get them there. The pot money is going to help, especially with the state creating kind of a roving two-person team to help transport some of these individuals. But Hinsdale County is still a long way away, and so there's still going to be resources that are put out of place for this.
Mike Ciccone from the Keystone Policy Center joins us, rounds out the panel. Do you think this will kick off more legislative action on this issue, since it's getting a pretty warm reception so far?
Absolutely. I think this is great. It'll be the key thing for the legislature will be finding additional funding, or at least prioritizing funding to build on this progress. Colorado was an outlier in this regard of allowing the jailing of folks with mental health holds. Let's hope that the legislature keeps building on this progress.